Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back here to the channel and to today's video. Now guys, today I want to talk to you about what happens if someone dies and the person left a will, but the original will is nowhere to be found. Now I had two cases like this in the last 2 months, so it actually happens quite often where someone dies and the family can't find the original will. So here's the legal position, guys. First, there's two options that you can follow, right? But first let me say this. If there is no original will, right, then that is a problem. Okay, why? Because the master of the High Court, when you report the estate, the master of the High Court only accepts original wills, right? The master cannot accept a copy of the will. The master cannot even accept a certified copy of the will. It has to be the original will, right? So if there is no original will, then that is a problem. Now here's two options that you can do if you're faced with this situation. The first thing is you can make application to court for an order that the copy of the will be accepted as a valid will, right? And if you're successful with that application, then obviously the master will have no choice but to, on the strength of the court order, accept the copy of the will as a valid will, and then of course the estate will be administered accordingly in terms of the provisions of the will, right? So that's option one. Now maybe just a few things to keep in mind with option one, guys, is as with any court application, remember there's gonna be additional costs, right? You're gonna have to pay your attorney, and you probably will need an advocate also. So there's additional costs, legal costs, when it comes to an application like this. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is, of course, the delay factor, right? It will obviously take some time for this application to run its course, and it could take months, if it's not opposed and if it's straightforward, or it could take years even if it is opposed and it's not so straightforward, right? So that's the second thing to keep in mind, is the time factor or the delay factor with an application like that. And then the third thing to keep in mind with option one is that there's no guarantees that the application will be successful, right? Now obviously if you've got a good case and if you understand the requirements, you meet the requirements, and you've got a good legal team that helps you, there's no reasons why your application should not be successful. But the point is, there's no guarantees that it will be, right? So those are some things to keep in mind when it comes to option one, guys. Now the second option, if the original will cannot be found, the second option is to simply report the estate as an interstate estate, right? So in other words, an estate where the deceased died without a valid will. And actually, if you think about it, that is the position. If there's no original will and option one was not followed, then there is no valid will because copies are not good enough, So that's the second option. The second option is to report it as an interstate estate. Now guys, obviously the big thing here is that if the heirs, the people who stand to benefit, right, in terms of the will, and those who stand to benefit in terms of interstate succession, right, if they are more or less the same, there's no big difference, between the two, then this is not such a big deal, really, right? But obviously, if someone stands to inherit substantially, let's say millions, on the strength of the will, but should the estate be dealt with interstate, then this person gets nothing, right? then this can become a conundrum, right? Because now you know, there's some competition for inheritance, right? And this will impact, of course, which way to go. You see, obviously, in my view, if a court application can be avoided, that's best for any estate, right? But having said that, if you are the person who stand to benefit millions because of the will, and nothing if there's no will, then you might want to take your chances and bring the court application, you see. So that's the position when it comes to wills, guys, or the original will being lost. Now guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some value in it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you back here next time, and until then, take care. Cheers for now.